Hello off the record and welcome to Comic Stack with Judah
and Gabe.
Today we have a very Batman heavy comic stack, but we
Yes.
also have a really light stack.
It's not very stack.
We only have 4 real issues to talk about this week, which is not a lot. And only 3 of them actually came out this week, and we got, again, just another classic to throw right back at y'all.
Yep.
Another week has passed. We have unsuccessfully found the first issue of Skinbreaker, which means we haven't.
Yes.
And we will probably resort to next week reading it online if we cannot find it in the next week period of time. But we will, we promise you, we will start talking about that series. We are a little bit behind.
We are.
You know?
We'll probably start reading them online and do one issue a week until we catch up.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because it's still in, really, I think 5 came out recently.
5 did come out recently. So it's
still going on.
First arc, so.
Yeah.
But diving right on into our comics this week, Gabe has our first comic for the week, which is...
Yes, our first comic, it's from DC, and it's Batman #6 from writer Matt Fraction and artist Jorge Jimenez.
Yeah, I got the basic cover.
You got normal cover. I got the Bat Gadget variant cover by Jorge Jimenez. Mm-hmm. It's the final one of its type from Jorge Jimenez in this arc. And pretty cool. Really good drawing.
Yeah. Dude, these covers are great.
Like Jorge Jimenez.
Fantastic.
Love
artist.
The dude.
Top tier artist.
Top tier.
Man. Yeah. What did you think of this issue?
I'm going to be honest. There was probably the first half to 3/4 of the issue was fire. I was sitting there cruising along that's why I read this comic. That's why I read comics was what that first half of the issue was. And then it just really fell off really fast.
Oh, yeah. It
did. Big time fell off. To the point where I'm not sure I'm going to continue pulling it.
I'm not.
Type of deal.
Yeah.
Because all of the second half was really set up for the next arc.
Yeah.
And the setup was kind of just
terrible. Yeah.
And it makes the next arc kind of feel
Yeah.
And I'm I don't know if I really want to read
Yeah. I mean, credit where credit is due. Jorge Jimenez does
art is amazing.
Fantastic on the art here.
Yes.
I feel like the first half of this issue feels like the end of the last issue.
It basically was, which the last issue was the best issue in the whole run.
So far, yeah.
So I'm not surprised that the first half of this issue was really good.
And we get, throwback, we get Hugo Strange and his Monster Man as that's the threat for the issue, and Batman deals with that. It's great. I love it. And we get this concept of Hugo Strange is behind all of the stuff that's been happening in these past couple issues.
Yeah.
Right? So it's okay, so we kind of know a little bit what's going on going forward. That's interesting.
That was interesting, yeah.
But then we kind of get set up that, Dr. Zeller is rehabilitating the Joker, and he is patient 10, and he's something Hatush hasn't finished at the point of this recording. Maybe it will all make sense once we understand Hush 2, when Hush 2 finishes and fully comes out. Maybe this will all make sense, but my brain right now is in continuity, Joker's in the KO tournament right now. And he's fine.
Right.
So our theory of this series maybe is starts after the KO tournament. Okay, that's cool.
Maybe.
But how does Joker...
Does Joker get
But is it the fallout of the KO tournament, or is it the fallout of Hatush? Because Hatush is very clearly pre-KO. So
we think.
We think.
We don't even know anymore. Honestly, Batman storyline is really confusing because they're just keeping Hatush going.
For so long.
And it's
taken a full year to release 6 issues, dude.
Yeah, we're running...
Insane.
The issue is we're running 2 Batman titles at the same time that are supposed to be in the same continuity.
Yeah.
But at different times. And it's
and it's confusing.
It's really confusing. It's confusing how they're trying, they seem to be trying to reference things that are happening in Hatush or in DCKO, but DCKO hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Where does this new Batman story fall in comparison to DCKO and Hatush?
We have no idea.
Post Hatush, pre-KO?
Yeah.
Pre I don't know, like post DCKO, post Hatush, just post everything. Like what's
going on here?
What's going on?
And then we also have Tim Drake quitting as Robin, which I mean,
spoiler alert.
Which I like the concept of clearing up the Robin mantle, so it's kind of clear. It's like Damian is Robin,
right?
You know, like that's what it should have been for a while now. But we've been, you know, going with this back and forth. Like people don't like Damian, people don't like Tim Drake, so we're flip flopping Robins,
right?
So I like that we're clearing that up, but I also don't like that we're just like, why are we not doing what they did back in the 80s with Jason and Dick, where Dick Grayson was just on the Titans and the Robin that was with Batman was Jason, right?
Right.
Like, why are we not doing that? Or, like, why does he have to quit? I feel like the motivation is lacking because I feel like there's much worse things that have happened to Tim Drake.
And it's a really weird whole situation because you get no lead up. It's the other side of it. It's like...
He got shot in issue 2, and we visited him in issue 3, and then we haven't, like, he hasn't spoken a line since issue 2, right? So, like, we haven't seen the buildup of this.
And, like, you know, you've got the reason he's leaving is because somebody he's interested in really came and visited him while he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, fair, but there was no indication or at least very minimal indication that there was more than just friendship there.
With that, yeah.
And it's like...
So is this also like him coming out to Bruce? And like there's a whole lot of things here where the scene, like, it's not... I don't know if it's poorly written or maybe I just don't comprehend it.
Right.
It doesn't fit well into the narrative of this issue. And also it's just like...
Or the arc in general.
And it also is kind of... It kind of just feels a little forced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it feels... a little unnatural, and I feel like maybe this is the beginning of next issue. Like maybe this is like, oh yay, Tim's back. Oh no, Tim's leaving.
Right.
But we have like an emotional moment to begin that arc. Right. This, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it fits in here. You know what I mean?
Because that's the big thing for me was like, okay, you know, my personal feelings on things aside, from purely a literary standpoint. I've had no reason to connect Tim with, like, I don't even know who this dude's name is. What is Brandon? Was it Brandon?
Like,
I don't know. I have no reason to connect them at all. Like, I forgot who Brandon was until they mentioned his name. Is the level of
guy.
And I'm like, I don't even know what he looks like, but I remember somebody visited him in the hospital, and it's like, that's not how, to the reader. From the reader's perspective, it's not a big enough reason for Tim to leave. From, like, if Tim was a real person and he actually had his own thoughts and feelings, I could see it being a big enough reason. But when you're writing a story, you don't write it from the characters, like, for the characters, usually. You write it for the audience. Only in rare cases do you write it for the characters and it come out good.
Yeah, I mean, this just kind of felt like a wet fart. Like...
The end, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean...
And like, don't get us wrong. The first half of the issue was like fantastic. Top tier.
Yeah, it's continuing this generational run that's been the Fraction run so far, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's about to fall off. Like I feel like, and I don't think it's any fault of Matt Fraction or Jimenez. I just think the direction that the Bat titles are going in is not one that I think either of us are really interested in.
No.
That's kind of sad.
I want the old Detective Comics style Batman. You know,
I want issue of the week, villain of the week, one and dones. We get like make it feel like a Saturday morning cartoon,
or like
a
story that gets you invested and engaged and makes you go, "Whoa! I can't believe they did that."
Yeah, and I mean, there's
which is what the Absolute Universe is doing. So
yeah. I mean, there's some mysteries that have already been set up that I'm interested in.
Right.
But I don't think they're worth me spending the money to get the physical issue.
Is it worth $5 a month?
Yeah, if I can just read it online same day for free, basically.
Yeah.
This fell off. I'm giving this 2.5 out of 5 stars. Like, I did not... I had a bad taste in my mouth after I finished this issue. When I, halfway through, I was like, this is still great. By the end, again... Just bad taste in my mouth. So 2.5 stars for me, Gabe.
I gave it a 3 stars because really, like, the first half of it was just amazing. And so I do still recommend you at least read this issue, even if you don't want to go pick it up in store. That's fair. read it. You know,
Yeah.
the first half of the issue totally makes it worth it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and who knows, maybe you're interested in the Joker setup they've got.
Yeah.
And if you are, you know, I want to hear your thoughts on it. And as we go in and it releases next month, if we end up deciding we're just not going to pull it, we still want to hear what y'all think about it. And if maybe it does get better.
Yeah, leave it in the comments down
please
below.
Tell us if issue 7 is better. Because if it picks back up, I want back on.
Yeah, and if you guys have another, I know there's a whole bunch of Bat books. I am reading none of them.
Yeah.
I have cultural osmosis of some of them, but like if Detective Comics is really good right now, I don't really know about that. I heard about the first arc that it started with an all-in. I heard people enjoyed that, but like I haven't heard that much about Detective Comics. If you know about Detective Comics or Nightwing or Batgirl and you have like a recommendation for those series,
yes,
we'd love those recommendations.
Because we want to get into more Bat comics. You know, we don't want it to just be, you know, Superman and Justice League and Wonder Woman. You know, we want to keep up
titles. Yeah, we want to keep up mainline.
We want to keep up mainline Batman. You know, if possible.
Yeah. With that being said,
yes, let's move on to the next one.
Where we got our next issue of the day. This is also from DC Comics. This is JSA number 16 from legendary writer Jeff Lemire and excellent artist Gavin Guidry.
Yes.
He's doing a fantastic job on art in this.
Amazing.
We have yet another chapter in JSA Year 1. This is our chapter 4.
Chapter 4?
Yeah. And, dude, this is just continuing to be solid. It's really good. It's really enjoyable. I have never been in this, like, side of the DC universe very often. So, like, that's why I started picking this up. It's like, I want to get to know the JSA more. I want to get to know some of the characters a bit more. And this has done a really good job of introducing them to me. And I really like the story that we have. I'm engaged by the mystery. I love, like, there's so many characters, but in this issue we start to see them get brought together a bit. I want to see, like, the development of the JSA team, and I'm excited for it, you know? But Gabe, what do you think, man?
Yeah. Again, I haven't gotten the whole picture of this. I think I jumped on 1 or 2 issues ago.
Yeah.
But I read this and it's like the perfect mix of modern comics and classic comics in one comic. It's like really good. It gives me all of the nostalgia that I want for, you know, the life that I never lived. Growing up reading classic comics. But it gives me all of that, but also gives the suspense and the action that you come to expect out of modern comics.
Yeah.
You know? And the story is good. It makes me interested for how you're going to get... is this JSA going to form? Like, you know, right now they kind of don't super like each other. Yeah. You've kind of like got a bunch of teams. You know, you've got a Wonder Woman and Atom.
I love this Atom.
This Atom is
the first
funny.
Atom, Al Prap, is my favorite character. I love
so him. Funny. You've got not really a team, but Flash and Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Flash is not happy about it. But Thunderbolt is eager.
Yeah.
You've got Hawkman and Hawkgirl, obviously.
That makes sense.
Dr.
Fate and the Spectre.
Yep, Dr. Fate and Spectre, and then
Sandman,
and this new guy. Amazing Man.
William Everett.
Which is interesting.
Who we get a little bit of backstory of in this issue. Yeah. Which is exciting, yeah.
And then Green Lantern. He's kind of by himself and may or may not be about to die.
Yeah, courtesy of the Ultra Humanite, who, by the way, as a Superman fan, that's the first Superman villain ever, and I'm happy to see him return to pages, because it's been, like, maybe 10 years since he appeared. Like, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the Ultra Humanite to be back.
No, it's a very suspenseful comic issue. Yeah. You know, you're like, dang.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to Green Lantern?
It's
Chat, are we cooked?
Chat, are we cooked? Are we rewriting history? I mean...
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be. I really...
I wouldn't hate a new turn on events. I also wouldn't hate Green Lantern sticking around.
Yeah. I really am enjoying this. And I thought, you know, maybe I'll just stick around with JSA till year 1 completes, right? But I'm genuinely like, if Jeff Lemire's staying on, I might be like a JSA guy now. You know what I mean? And I know... I gotta go back. I gotta read James Robinson's JSA. I gotta read Jeff Johns' JSA. But I mean, I got a like nice intro here, and I'm kind of down with this whole team and the whole dynamic. And if this is just telling stories in the 1940s, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
you know, I like having this kind of a period piece superhero drama. Like I'm down. You know.
Yep.
But this is 4 stars for me. This is 8 out of 10. This is really solid, really fun. Again, Gavin Guidry's art is great. I'm excited when he's coming on to Flash and Next Level, which I think we're getting. Yeah, we're picking up that first issue of the Next Level Flash.
Yes.
So I'm excited for that. And all around, it's just a fun time. So 4 stars for me. Gabe, what do you think?
Yeah, I gave it probably 4 stars as well. Like, solid issue, engaging story, great art.
Yeah, this is
Buy
just
it.
fantastic. Yeah, buy it.
Buy it. Like,
it's worth your your money. With that being said, we're probably about halfway through the video. We have 2 comics left to talk about. If you're not subscribed, which we know about 322 of you aren't, I would scroll down and hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed this video so far. Hit the like button. Leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on the issues we talked about this week and your thoughts on the polls you had this week, because you guys probably had a little bit of a different poll list than we do. And, leave us any recommendations, whether it be Marvel, DC, Indie. I think we did get a Marvel recommendation on our last video. I think someone was recommending the Captain America run, which we've read. I've read the first issue of.
I've read the first 3 issues so far and thought it was pretty good, but not.
Yeah,
it was like it was okay the first 3, and I just didn't. I've budget reasons, but I've got a little bit more money now. I'm working more, so I might be able to pick it up again if it's still. Leave a comment. I forget who
does that.
Who mentioned that we've got who mentioned the Captain America comic. But if it's still good,
leave it
and
down
it's still working or like running well, go ahead and leave that as a comment again and let us know that it's still going well, and we'll see about starting to pick it up again. Because we want to keep some Marvel in the loop,
which is
and
hard.
we know there's some good ones out there.
We just getting 2 at least.
Maybe too scared to find out which ones.
Yeah, we don't want to waste our money on a Marvel comic that will disappoint us.
We're poor little college students.
Yeah.
All right.
With that being said, we're gonna dive back into the video.
Yeah.
We have our 3rd issue of this
week.
Third
issue. All right.
Probably the best one this week, maybe.
I would agree. Surprisingly, actually. Still from DC. KO tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's Knightfight number 4, right? Yeah. So the end of the 4th of the 4 arcs of Batman that are basically all about, oh no, Batman got kicked out of the tournament. How do we get him back in?
Mm-hmm.
Standard Batman premise. It's from writer Joshua Williamson,
who's doing great work on this. He turned this series around
and
from being mid to good quickly.
Artist Dan Mora,
who is also
amazing art,
seminal,
love
fantastic.
The art is amazing. All in all, this
best issue of the series,
by far. It makes the 4-issue series it makes it great. It makes all 3 of the other ones worth it.
Yes.
I am happy to have Knightfight in my collection.
Yeah.
And I could sit there, if I were to recommend DCKO to someone, I would hand them DCKO and Knightfight.
Yeah.
Because of this issue.
Yes.
It's
spectacular. Best Batman issue of the week.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited. Maybe best.
A little sad, but.
Yeah, a little sad. A little sad that it's happening. But best KO tie-in of the week as well.
Yeah,
we also picked up DCKO Boss Battle, which we're going to have supposedly a dedicated video to.
Yes.
If not that, we might just talk about Knightfight some more. But yeah, this is fantastic. Moore's art here is great. I love the heart of this story. I think this could have been just one really long one-shot for KO.
Maybe.
The whole story. But, breaking it down into these issues, this one, by far best part of the story.
Yeah.
I love, because when we think of future Damian Batman, most of the time, we think that all is going to go poorly when that happens.
Right. You think it's going to be closer to Jason Todd Batman world that the Heart gave in issue 2, where it's like everything's gone terribly and everything's horrible. And you'd expect the Tim Drake one is the one that's perfect and pristine and beautiful, but
we get a little bit of that flipped on its head here. Yeah.
You get there and it's it's not only are things good, but Gotham isn't a horrible place anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point, is you can have kids there and it be safe.
Yeah.
You can just walk around. The really big, interesting moment for me was how casually they said the Batcave isn't a cave.
Yeah.
It's a open porch, basically.
Yeah.
Like, more or less. Like, Batman just does his work out in the open. Like, there's no seclusion necessary.
It's great. And I think our theory lending to Fraction's run being after KO, like, is part, like, this series is part of that theory. Because
I think
what he's learned in this about, like, if I'm holding on to these things, I have people that will follow me in holding on to this and not do this rightly. Like, they will do this out of vengeance and not justice, right? And, like, someone doing it justly, like, leads to making this city more like Metropolis, you know?
Right.
And, like, him being a hero that's a symbol of hope, like, it's, I don't know, I really love it.
Right.
I know you had some qualms with the ending a little bit.
A little bit. It's not, I mean, the ending worked well. My only issue is I didn't really feel like it was true to the Heart of Apocalypse. Like, the whole point of the Heart of... And I know you've got a different view on it. And I actually, like, if that's what they were going for, it works great. You know? But my thing is, the Heart of Apocalypse, its whole point is it's trying to find a King Omega. You know? That's been the whole thing. King Omega, Omega energy, dark side like person, you know, like crazy ruthless, will do anything, right? And so I'm sitting here and it's like, okay, it's pitting up, you know, Batman's gonna have to fight his family in the world he loves. That's ruthless. So my natural extension is, you know what's more ruthless than fighting your family? Killing them.
Yeah.
That's not what it does. And so that's where I'm a little bit confused. Instead, it's like, I just needed you to admit defeat. And I'm like, that's not ruthless. That doesn't give King Omega to me.
Well,
but go ahead and tell them your idea, because I thought it was really cool.
When I was reading this, the way I read that bit, I was thinking, like, I think the Heart of Apocalypse is trying to be like, hey, like, the whole thing is set up by Batman tries to cheat. Right? Batman tries to get ahead. Batman tries to win. I think the Heart of Apocalypse in this little side adventure has all really been illustrating to Bruce that it's trying to tell him, you can't. Like, you can't. There's something within you that can't break like that. That can't do the Jason thing and just kill everyone and be ruthless. Like, you can't. So you can't win. Right? But, like, go ahead and try. Like, I think he's trying to get him to admit the fact that it's like, you're not going to win.
Right.
You know? And so, with that being said, I think that's why, like, I wouldn't allow Batman back in the tournament if he was more ruthless. I would allow a Batman that I think realizes that he can't win and is broken. But Batman doesn't see it like that, right? Like,
right.
We get his whole monologue. Like, the thing, like, he's like, yeah, the heart thinks it's trying to break me, but it didn't. This was just training. Like, I literally just got training for the last 4 rounds, you know?
Right.
And I got to basically skip all of the hard stuff and pop right out in the KO tournament, right?
Right.
So, like...
So we think.
We don't know what's going to happen.
We're not sure what happens until issue 4.
Which is coming out next week. We're quite excited for that.
We'll release a video on that by itself.
Yeah, we will. But I think that the Heart was just trying to illustrate to him that he can't win. Because Batman always wins. Like, that's literally the MacGuffin of almost every event is Batman comes up with a solution. Right?
Right.
And this is like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You lose. Admit to me you lose. Like that. Right. That's the way I read that.
My only concern with that interpretation then is if Batman's you lose is isolated to this comic and he still just MacGuffins his way with the solution for the event.
I don't think that's
going to happen, but we've already pushed him back into the event, so I'm kind of like, I'm a little uneasy about that. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
I love me some Batman, but
he doesn't need to be the end all be all. Like DC Comics.
You know, let's maybe Wonder Woman for a change.
Or Superman.
I'd be okay with Superman.
Or Lex Luthor.
That would be epic. I'm rooting Lex Luthor. Always have been.
He's my guy.
Lex Luthor, good guy. Right? Come on, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Knightfight, fantastic.
Solid. You should, if you haven't been picking up Knightfight,
you should go pick it up.
Go pick all of them up.
Whether it's the issues or in trade, which I think is coming out.
I think trade should be soon, yeah.
Yeah. 4.5 stars from me.
I gave it 4 stars. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth your money. So there's 2 issues this week that are worth your money, man.
Hey.
So go check them out. And lastly, we're getting another throwback issue like we do every week. We're sticking with the Batman side of things.
Yep.
Because we kind of have a theme this week outside of the one JSA book of Batman. But guess what? It's crazy. This is from DC Comics. It's Batman number 47 from... what year is this released? I want to go to the year. This is old.
It is.
Because credits Bill Finger and Bob Kane, who created Batman, wrote this issue and drew this issue. So this is OG. Batman creative team on this. And this is from 1940 something. Hold up.
Is it 40s? 41.
1948.
48. There you go.
It cost 10 cents at the time.
I wish it cost 10 cents now.
I paid $5 for this now. But I guess the inflation, maybe that math adds up. But still, this was, this is a nice little foray into the Golden Age. Because I think most of the stuff we've read is Silver, Bronze Age stuff. Yeah. I don't think we've read a lot of Golden Age stuff. And so this is kind of a nice foray into that. I'm interested to what you thought of this. Because there's a lot of words, A. Yeah. B. It's a lot of fun, I had fun reading this.
I'm not going to lie. It felt like, I know Judah was talking about earlier when we're reading Matt Fraction Batman at the beginning, how he wanted a Saturday morning cartoon. That's what this felt like. Yeah,
this was definitely that.
I read this and I was like, this is great. Like, there's some goofy stuff here. There's not a whole lot of focus on making sure it all logically makes sense. But it still does a little bit, It's not too wild. You got Catwoman decides to pretend to be a fashion designer so that she can basically steal money costing fashion things. Yeah. Expensive. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And Batman has to catch her. And he finds a clue that's like, you sit there and you're like, that's kind of a dumb clue, but also it's cool. It shows he's smart,
Yeah. I mean, it's just a grand old time.
And it's a comic. They don't have a ton of time.
And this is back in the day. This is on the, newsstand.
Right.
Right next to the candy that kids get. Like, this is
it's like... 10-cent comic.
Yeah.
You buy a candy bar and a comic book.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, it's fun. It's well worth the 10 cents back in the day. I mean, it's even worth, getting as a classic issue now. Because, there's not a whole lot of Batman stuff produced today that is the most kid-friendly. Right. This is it's fun to go back.
Where's my Batman and Robin sews Catwoman into a giant cloth pouch?
Yeah, I want that.
What?
Batman Brave and the Bold style,
It's like, oh, we're going to capture her by using a giant sewing machine.
Yeah.
Had to read it.
Oh, man, you did. It was great.
It's a good issue, though.
It's very solid. I mean, for back in the day, probably 3.5, 4 stars.
Easily,
it's a solid issue.
I mean, probably close to that even today. You just have to be okay with a little bit more words.
Yeah, and a little bit more camp. So
maybe we should get less lazy and start reading more.
Yeah, we all need to improve somehow. All right. Now, we got one more segment before we bid you adieu. We're going to look at our pulled issues for next week. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of the same
pretty similar
for next week. I have... Go first? Absolute Wonder Woman 2026 Annual #1, which I'm really excited about. I have just the regular cover, and I'm just, anytime I get to read Absolute Wonder Woman, I'm happy. So I think I'm definitely going to have fun with this.
Yeah.
The Amazing Spider-Man Torn #5, the end of this series, which we've enjoyed.
Yeah.
And again, like we said last time when we reviewed it, this is going to make or break this miniseries.
Yeah. It's been a solid run so far.
Yeah.
Which is good because Spider-Man's needed it. Yeah. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Aquaman #14, end of the Aquaman DCKO tie-in. Gonna set up Emperor Aquaman, which is coming in March.
I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited for Emperor Aquaman. We have DCKO #4, which we won't talk about on the show, but we have a special episode dedicated to that issue.
We'll still probably give a review.
Yeah, quick,
or a little hint at it just to, make sure you're still able to see if it was worth picking up.
And I am also picking up our classic issue for next week, which will be a nice surprise for that video.
Saving it. I see how it is.
What else you got, Gabe?
Yeah, I picked up Absolute Wonder Woman Annual as well, but I got the cover B Hayden Sherman wraparound variant.
Ooh.
So I'm really excited for that. Hayden Sherman, I'm pretty sure he's the artist on the book, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Dude does amazing art. So when I saw he was doing a wraparound cover, had to pick it up. I'm excited. I'll tell you how it looks next week. Amazing Spider-Man Torn #5. I got the Matteo Delafonte variant.
Oh, that's actually pretty dope.
So it's a pretty cool one. DCKO #4, obviously. And then I got Spider-Man Noir number 5. So this is the last of the Spider-Man Noir series, which has been really, really interesting. A fun little side Spider-Man story. I'm excited to see how they tie up everything in it. It's, I think it's going to be a pretty solid week next week.
Yeah.
I doubt we're going to have any issue below 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
I would have to guess that as well.
And if we do, we're going to be really sad.
Yeah. All right, leave your poll list down in the comments
yes,
below.
please.
Again,
we want to see your polls.
We do. Any reading recommendations, anything like that.
Yes.
But with that being said, we here at Off the Record and Comic Stack bid you adieu. So have a good morning, good evening, good night, whenever you're listening to this, man. And God bless you. Thank you for sticking with us this entire video.